Hi, the doctor's in. I'm Dr. LB, and I'm here to help you through your math difficulties. Today, we're going to solve nonlinear systems of equations in two variables. Now, when we talk about nonlinear, we talk about variables that have a power of two or more. And in a situation like this, we may end up getting more than one ordered pair that satisfies this system. So, um, we use the addition method and substitution method just as we did in prior lectures. So let's go ahead and get started. We have x squared plus y squared equals 5 and 3x minus y equals 5. Well, we can't use addition here because we don't have x squared or y squared in both equations. So we're going to use substitution. I'm going to take this second equation and I'm going to solve for y. Y is going to equal 3x minus 5. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to substitute this expression into my first equation. So I have x squared plus, I put in my 3x minus 5 for y. I square that, and it's going to equal 5. So what I have done is created an equation in one variable. So I have x squared plus 3x minus 5 times 3x minus 5. Now, it may be helpful to go ahead and write that out and use 4 versus trying to do it in your head. You cut down the likelihood of errors. When I 4 this out, I get 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that 5 over on the right-hand side. So I have 10x squared when I combine like terms minus 30x plus 20 equals 0. And I can factor out a 10 and divide through by that. And divide both sides by 10, I have x squared minus 3x plus 2 is 0. So I have x minus 2 times x minus 1 is 0. So x is going to be 2 or x is going to be 1. Now, we need to figure out the y values because, again, a solution is an ordered pair. So when x is 2, y is going to be 3 times 2, which is 6, minus 5, which is 1. So we have a point 2, comma 1. When x is 1, y is going to be 3 times 1, which is 3, minus 5 is negative 2. So we have a point 1, comma negative 2. So our solution set contains the points 2, comma 1 and 1, comma negative 2. Let's look at another one. Here we have 4x squared minus y squared equals 4, and 4x squared plus y squared equals 4. Now here this is set up for addition. If I add these equations together, I get 8x squared. My y terms will go away, equals 8. So x squared is going to equal 1. So remember, when we use the square root property to solve, you're going to get plus or minus the square root of 1, which is plus or minus 1. So now we need to solve for y. And I'm going to take it here. Here, y squared is 4x squared minus 4. So y is going to be plus or minus the square root of 4x squared minus 4. So if x is 1, then y is going to be plus or minus the square root of 1 squared is 1 times 4 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So y is going to be 0. So we have a point 1, comma 0. And if x is negative 1, then we have y is plus or minus negative 1 squared is 1 times 4 is 4. Minus 4 is 0. So y is going to be 0. And we have a point negative 1, comma 0. So our solution set contains the point 1, 0 and negative 1, 0. So got another one. Here we have x squared minus 2y equals 8, and x squared plus y squared equals 16. Well, here I can eliminate the x squareds. So I'm going to multiply my first equation by negative 1. And my first equation becomes negative x squared plus 2y equals negative 8. I write my second equation as it is. And I'm going to add the x squareds will go away. I'm going to have y squared plus 2y equals 8. So y squared plus 2y minus 8 equals 0. This factors to y minus 4, y plus 4 times y minus 2. So y is going to be negative 4, or y is going to be 2. So we need to find the x values here. So I'm going to go here. X squared is going to be 2y plus 8, or x is going to be plus or minus the square root of 2y plus 8. So if y is negative 4, then I have x is plus or minus 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 plus 8 is 0. So x is going to be 0. So here we have a point 0, comma, negative 4. If y is 2, then we have x is plus or minus 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. So we have plus or minus the square root of 12, which x is going to equal plus or minus. 12 is 4 times 3. The square root of 4 is 2. And you're left with the square root of 3. So you're going to have 2 square root of 3, 2. And you're going to have negative 2 square root of 3, comma 2. So our solution set contains points 0, negative 4, 2 square root of 3, comma 2, and negative 2 square root of 3, comma 2. And let's look at one last one. We have x squared plus 4y squared equals 20, and x times y is 4. So we have no choice here but to use substitution. So I'm going to look at this second equation, and I'm going to say y is 4 over x. And I'm going to put into my first equation x squared plus 4. I put my 4 over x in as the place of y, and I'm going to square it, equals 20. Now, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. 4 squared is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. We square that x in the denominator as well. So now, I'm going to get rid of all the fractions. I'm going to multiply everything through by x squared. So that's going to make that x to the 4th plus 64 equals 20x squared. So x to the 4th minus 20x squared plus 64 equals 0. Now, we can factor x squared minus 4 and x squared minus 16. And this factors is x minus 2, x plus 2, x minus 4, and x plus 4. So we get here that x is going to be 2, negative 2, 4, and negative 4. And we need to find y values for all of those. So we use y equals 4 over x. If x is 2, Then we have y is 4 over 2, which is 2. So we have a point 2 comma 2. If x is negative 2, we have 4 divided by negative 2. So y is negative 2. We have a point negative 2, negative 2. If x is 4, then we have 4 divided by 4, so y is 1. So we have a point 4, 1. And if x is negative 4, we have 4 divided by negative 4, so y is negative 1. So we have a point negative 4, negative 1. So that our solution set contains the points 2, 2, negative 2, negative 2, 4, 1, and negative 4, negative 1. So remember that Dr. LB is always in. Please come back for more math help.